Hey guys, it's SPow here with Indelible Legacy. How are you guys doing out there?
Doing good, doing good.
Welcome. So let's give a little bit of precursor here. This is my first live, so any errors in advance, I do apologize. I'm actually not that sorry, but let's just clear that out of the air. And this is your guys' first interview with M106, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Yay! So let's talk a little bit about what you guys are doing. What are you out here doing?
Well, we are an all-natural beverage company. We make sweet teas, lemonades, and cold presses, all from fresh produce. Nothing from concentrate, no chemicals, no dyes, no additives, none of the weird stuff. We try to keep it very simple because we believe that health is wealth. So we're trying to follow those guidelines to build the company and positively affect the community.
And that's like everything I could ever stand for possible. So I've tried your stuff and it's really, really good. And you guys,
Thank you.
you guys are killing the game. I need to be able to like just get it all the time. But you guys have been doing this in Muskegon now for how long?
Well, we started out the company in February of 2020, right before they called the pandemic a pandemic. And after they called it a pandemic, we kept our foot on the gas pedal because we knew that we couldn't go backwards. So we spent the first 6 months of the company's existence doing beta testing and sampling. So everybody that we could find to give a sample to the drink, we gave it to them for them to have and got the feedback from them. And we started our first retail sales in October, and we never looked back.
What a time to start your company. Oh gosh, if you guys would have known that that was happening, would you still have done it?
Yes. Without a doubt.
Good. So where are you guys currently? You said retail. So where are you currently selling your products and getting your things out to people?
Well, we are in festivals here in Michigan. We've also done some festivals in Illinois, and most often we're at the Muskegon Farmers Market in downtown on Saturdays, from like 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we'll be doing a few festivals here upcoming in the next few days, actually.
Okay, that's exciting. So you're at the farmers market until 2.
Yes.
And then Saturday through what time are you guys at your festival? Which festival are you guys at?
We'll be at the We Discover Festival in downtown Muskegon. It starts at noon and we'll be there until about 11 p.m.
Ooh wee. So do you guys have like a food truck or anything, or how do you guys do that? I'm just excited.
No, we don't have a food truck. We have a booth and we'll be selling out of our booth and everything. It'll be really nice. Everybody should come out and see us.
So what made you guys start doing teas and stuff like that?
Well, it started when we were still living between here and Illinois. And at the time, Deanna worked a third shift, weekend only job. And driving back and forth, you know how you stop at a local gas station and you're just like, oh, I want something to drink. And about 3 weeks in, it was kind of, everything started to taste bad from shopping. Too much, artificial colors. You couldn't see through it. After a while, like we were brushing our teeth a lot more because it's like all this red dye. And we were sitting and talking. He was like, I don't want to buy another gas station drink. I just don't want to buy this stuff anymore. So we were sitting. He was like, I like lemonade. I like iced tea. And I'm like, yeah. He was like, I'm going to make some. So long story short, he started coming up with recipes and he was like, okay, let's try this and let's try that. And that's how it started. We started giving it to people at his job and giving it to people everywhere. We ended up giving out over 3,000 samples, trying to get a good beta testing area. And we got a lot of amazing feedback, and some things were hurtful, but you take it. You just
constructive
say, okay.
criticism.
Yeah, they thought it was constructive. I just thought it hurt, but no, it was constructive. and it helped us to come up with a better product.
That's exciting because there's not a lot of stuff out that's healthy. There's, and that starts from the inside, especially if the last year, we need to dial back to some health tones.
Yes.
So culturally, we knew that that our culture is affected by high blood pressure, diabetes, and things like that. So we said when we bring out our beverages, and we're going to make sure that people can drink them, whether they're diabetic or close or whatever, they'll feel good about giving it to their kids and everything like that. Because eventually, we want to be the product of choice in the school system. Just said that out loud because it's wishful thinking right now, but that's what we want to be, the weapon of choice. So, when the kids go to school and they get their lunches, they aren't getting an overdose of sugar and everything like that, becoming a problem with hyperactivity for the teachers.
And number 40, yeah.
Oh, yes.
So we use the real produce and everything like that because the produce that we've chosen to use has different health properties, and I think now is as good a time for people to watch their health as any, because everybody's been kind of closed up in the house and eating the things that they can get their hands on instead of what they need to eat.
Yeah, definitely. So what do you guys use? Do you guys use like natural sugars in small amounts as a sweetener? Just
Yes.
not the high amount, so your body can actually process it on like the.
So we stick to the rawest forms of ingredients, things that your body were meant to ingest. A lot of people are like, oh, you should use these other type of sweeteners.
Oh, use aspartame, use stevia. We're like, no.
And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with it because a lot of people use it. It's just we want it to be the most natural thing that you can have. Yes, stevia and those things are made from plants, but they still had to be processed. And we don't want a lot of overly processed things in it, because after a while, you add too much, then you're back to doing the same thing that everybody else is doing.
Yeah, and your body feels it. I mean, you feel lethargic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was one of the things that drove us as a company is, as my wife, I said, when was the last time you drank something that you bought at a store and you said, man, I feel really good after drinking that? And it was a hard question to answer. And so we said, all right, we'll give ourselves a self-challenge and we'll step up and do something about it. And that's what we did.
That's awesome and exciting. And I wish more people were doing it like that, but I'm glad that we have somebody in our community doing those things. So what are some of the next steps? Because I mean, you guys are doing that and stuff. Are you guys in stores at all? Are you looking at that? Is it hard to do stuff like that because of how fresh you're doing things? I'm being nosy now, okay?
It's okay. It's okay.
We love it. We love it. That's the nice kind of nosy. We love it. So we are looking to get into some of the local stores, and as we build, we're going to build the company up organically, and you might be able to find us in your favorite grocery store in a year or so. Everything I'm speaking is just like what I want to happen, but we have been approached by some stores, and we are working on some things right now. So the biggest thing for us is, as the stores that have approached us have told us, they said, you don't have the issues that other people have. You have a great product already. So the issue that we do have, that we are in the process of working on, is being able to produce enough of it to go into a main store. So we'll be in the mom and pops very soon.
That's exciting. And I'm super happy for you guys being able to do that.
Thank you.
You got to manifest it. You got to put it out there. You got to make it happen. You got to talk about the things you're doing. You got to start there. You got to do the things. And I mean, the growth that you've already done in the last year is
exciting.
So what are some of the flavors that you've got going on?
Oh, wow. How much time do you have?
I got some time.
So on the lemonade side, we have a regular lemonade. We have a strawberry lemonade, a honey lemonade, ginger lemonade, blueberry lemonade, mango lemonade, pineapple lemonade. The list goes on and on.
Raspberry. We just added raspberry. We're adding coconut soon. Limeades. We have strawberry, cherry, raspberry, blueberry, a lemon lime, and original. And we have so many teas. We can't even start to name.
Are these all listed on your Facebook or your website? Or both?
Yes.
Most of them are. We're putting them out so fast that our web designer is not keeping up with us very quickly. So we're kind of approaching it from best kept secret kind of thing. Like you got to come out and see us. We got new flavors that you can't get on the website, so come and see us.
Okay, so if you're listening, you heard it here first. when you watch them blow up over the next year, they were with SPow first.
Yes, indeed.
I'm just kidding, guys. But I'm super excited about that for you. I had a thought process and I just lost it. But you guys were when we talked a little bit ago, you said something about delivery.
Yes.
Oh.
Talk to me about that. Tell me what you're doing.
So we started the delivery process. Right now, we don't charge for it because we want to get our product in as many places as possible. So right now, there's a minimum to the order, but we deliver 60 minutes in any direction right now, which people tell us we're crazy for. But you know, this is our company, but we belong to Muskegon, so we want to do Muskegon proud and reach out far and wide and let people know, not that just our company is here, but that Muskegon is out here.
That's awesome. So do you guys have any competition, or is it just you doing healthy stuff like the healthy teas like this? And you don't have to talk about them. I'll just
well, we're running across more and more companies that are doing something similar, but a lot of them, like, we talk to them and we're like, hey, so where are you at in the process? So like, we don't want to be the only ones. We want to be other companies trying to get out the message of health and health and wealth and all those great things. But we noticed that a lot of, when we're talking to people, they're like, oh, I just want to be local, or, you know, I just want to keep it with my few people that I'm around. So a lot of people, I can understand that, because trying to grow this has been hilariously funny and hard at times, but it's still a good time. So I can understand like some of the setbacks that people feel, and they're like, this might not be for me. But we are encouraging other people to come forth and say, hey, you know, we just met a company that they do frozen drinks, and it's all natural. And so they are geared more towards alcohol, which is always cool. So then, you know, we're finding more and more of us we're branching out in different ways.
And as far as competition, we are competitive, but we are what I would call competitive allies. So we speak to the competition, we get to know the competition, and we are glad that they're doing what they're doing, and for the most part, they're glad that we're doing what we're doing. And we kind of we kind of trade industry secrets and everything like that, because everybody is trying to help everybody get to that next level. And we really appreciate the camaraderie, because we are the new kids on the block, but we will be a force to be reckoned with soon.
I mean, just the fact of being able to have healthy alternative options, supporting small local businesses is huge. And the fact that you guys are doing it all the way that you're doing it and being successful through a pandemic shows leaps and bounds where you guys are possibly going to be in the next year or 2 years or 3 years. Like, I mean, that's impressive. That's impressive what you've already put on the table.
Yeah, and we're also working on getting into the health food stores, which is a challenge in itself, but it's working out very well. That'll be happening pretty soon too. So there'll be different versions of the drinks and everything out like that. So like, say at the health food stores, you might have something that's even lower in sugar, and it might have, say, some prebiotic fibers or something in it, or some oats or something in it. Just anything to keep keep everything healthy and keep the metabolism up and the immune system up. So we have a lot of things that we have in the works. So
So
if people are following us, that'll be something to look out for.
what I found surprising was, when I normally drink something that's quote unquote healthy or whatever it may be, I'm like, okay, it tastes like it's healthy. And your guys' stuff had a lot of flavor and it tasted really good. And I felt good about it in my mouth and in my tummy. Not
I
just
love that.
one of them.
So when we first started, one of my favorite candies is high chew candy. And I don't if you've had it, it's like so full of flavor.
Yeah.
And yes, I love candy, even though I'm promoting health. I love candy. So, but one of my favorites is high chew candy. And if you've never tried it, it's something like as soon as you bite into it, it is like the fullest flavor of anything you can have. So that was my concept when we started doing the drinks. I just kept saying, I want you to feel like you're eating strawberries, not drinking them, or you're eating blueberries, not just drinking them. And that has been our biggest push, like to make sure you feel like you're eating something amazing, even though you're just having a beverage.
It shows.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wish I could just take flavors and be like, here you go.
Yes.
Flavors.
So
One day we'll get there.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
so that's like the staple of our beverages is that we want very bold flavors. One of my favorite customers, I won't put his name out here because if he hears this, he's gonna go, "Oh man, you put me out there." He says when he drinks it that it takes him somewhere. He closes his eyes and just chugs. He won't even talk to you. He'll throw one finger up like. So he really enjoys it. He's like, I've never had anything like this. He said, you all are going to go far. So the bold flavor, that has to be it.
And that's the thing, like the unusualness of flavors, because one of our famous flavors that everybody asks about, and I haven't put out in a while because it's not that season, but is our apple jasmine tea. And it's called apple petals. And people are like, oh, I don't drink tea. But then they drink this and they're like, oh my God, that apple juice. But realistically, it's a tea that has apples in it. And so many people have told us, oh, I don't drink tea. Tea is horrible. But the next thing you say, oh, I want that deliriously lemon. Well, that's tea. No, that's not tea. And I'm like, it's a lemon tea with a little cayenne. It's this little sweet with a little heat tea. And people are like, I can't believe I've been drinking tea. So it's kind of like it makes you think of those. It takes you back to those things that you enjoy without you knowing that you're drinking something that's possibly healthy or even tea. As we found out, so many people, I don't drink tea. I don't like tea. And we're thinking, you've been drinking tea the whole time.
well, and it makes it easier for kids then too.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have kids drinking tea now because we don't we don't have caffeine in our tea. We use low caffeine or no caffeine tea and everything like that. And even funny story, while we even started making tea, we already knew that we liked tea, but we did a little research and people told us some of the funniest things. And one of the things that really stuck out about why people don't like tea is they said that the aftertaste tastes like an old Band-Aid. So we said, challenge accepted. We said, challenge accepted. So we made sure that we made a tea that was so clean that you don't have any of that going along with it. So we did a thing called the Tea Haters Challenge because when we first came out, we wanted to really get our teas to the forefront. So we would ask people, do you hate tea? And they go, yeah. I go, here, try this. And it worked out. And here we are. We're still chugging along.
I just love the fact that you're doing a community service with your whole business model on top of that. And I really appreciate that. I think that is something that we all can stand behind, providing healthy options for our community, being there for our community, thinking about what we're doing to ourselves and promoting a culture of health. This last year has not been so healthy.
Mhm.
So I think that's a really good incentive on top of everything else too. And I appreciate that you guys are out here doing this, out here doing the grind, out here waking up every day, doing the things, getting out there and doing all the hard footwork to put things like this into the hands of people in our community. And I think that alone is such a respectable fact that I don't even have words for it.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
You know, change starts within. It starts one person at a time, two people at a time, going out there and doing that hard work and putting that forward and saying, hey, we're going to make this change. It's not available everywhere. You can't just get healthy stuff anymore. So we're going to do this. And this is how we're going to do it. And I think that that is a very applaudable thing.
Yeah, and the other thing that we notice is that, you know, the healthier options are always the most expensive options. So our customers tell us, you know, we really appreciate that you all keep your prices at a baseline. And we tell them all the time, this is more about you than it is about us if you only knew. So the just keeping everything at a pretty good baseline and knowing that we gave somebody quality and it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't expensive, that does us good. That drives us forward. Those are the things that motivate us and make us want to do more and more and more, which is why now we're up to almost 30 flavors because the customers love us and we love them back.
And you make them all fresh day of, right?
So yeah, we
Yes.
pretty much so starting like today, all the way up until it'll be up going. And we always laugh about this, and everybody who works the farmers market is like, did you guys go to bed last night? And we're like, no. Like Friday night there is no sleep. I stay up because I need it to be right. I want to make sure, you know, the flavor that you got last week was the same flavor you got this week, if not better, because all of our things are based off of the fruit. So like we just bought cherries. So, you know, cherries are going to show up this week. You know, we just picked up cases of lemons. So, of course, we're going to have lemonade. And, you know, we try, when we pick up the fruit of the week, we're going to pick up some fruit.
Don't let all the surprises.
No, we're not. But, you know, we're going to pick up fruit after, after a little while, we're going to go pick up some more fruit. And I'll figure out something. You know, the craziest thing is, like, last week when we decided, we're going to do raspberry. It was so spur of the moment. I literally was like, I think I'm going to do some raspberry this week. And it was Thursday. So come Saturday, everybody's like, oh, raspberry. And I was thinking, yes, I pulled it off, even though I'm exhausted.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. If I didn't sleep and did what you do, I would not be a nice person.
But I think the people make it worth it because I don't care how tired you are and you're like, oh, I need coffee or I need a Red Bull. As soon as that first person hits the table, it's just like, it made it worth it. Like that first, I was thinking about this all week. I love to hear it because it's just like, then that made it worth me staying up. It made me worth, feeling like I'm exhausted. I can't make another step until I met you today,
Yeah. And they carry us, just hand in hand. It's great to uplift the community and then have the community uplift you back.
Yes.
You remember years ago they make movies and there'd be this boxer and he just won the match and everybody carries him in the air. Yay, champ! Yay! We feel like that. We're exhausted, but they carry us in the air like, yay, champ! And we love it. So we try to give them the best of the best of the best week in and week out.
That's more than most people could ever say. So that's, again, another applauding factor there.
Thank you.
Well, did we miss anything? Is there anything I need to know about Indelible Legacy Teas that I don't already know about or that people don't know about?
Yes, if people cannot make it to the farmer's market for some reason, any reason at all, there is an e-commerce store on our website, indelibleLegacy.net, where they can order and we ship and we will deliver to them because they don't want to miss out because there's going to be some wonderful things happening. even more so than now. We're just going to keep adding and keep building because, as I said, we are the company, but we are Muskegon's company.
I love that. Do you guys prefer to use Facebook or your website?
We use both. So we use Facebook as well as Instagram. We get a lot of orders direct through Facebook or Instagram. And when they reach out, if they say something, it's us that they're talking to.
Yeah, we talk directly back to our customers. If they tag us in a post, we respond back all the time, every time. So just to be within reach, it's a value to us as well as them.
Okay, so they're not hitting it up and going, hey, and talking to some stranger. It's you guys.
No, it's
two.
us directly.
A and B. Yeah. You guys can decide who's A and B, but well, that's awesome. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming and talking about what you're doing. Love helping getting the word out about what you're doing. I'm excited to see where this goes. You guys are available all day Saturday, for the most part, all day Saturday at the festival downtown.
Yes.
The We Discover Fest. I don't know why I spaced on that for a second. And then farmers market every Saturday and Sunday, or just Saturdays?
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. Well, we should do some taste testing, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
All right, guys. You got anything final to say? Throw out there one last thing.
Thank you for having us. If you all are not following M106, you need to follow M106. The staff is incredible. SPow is incredible. And, we wouldn't be here without her and her team, and we appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you guys, everything you're doing for our community. Can't wait to see you guys some more. I will for sure. All right, you guys. It's been a pleasure. It's been great. We'll talk more soon. Sound like a plan?
Sound like a plan.
All right.
All right.
Bye.